Your love deserves a ring as unforgettable as the moment you propose. Select a Tacori engagement ring with signature design and unmatched beauty. At Mervis Diamond Importers, we are the premier source for Tacori and the world's finest diamonds. Let our experts guide you in finding the perfect symbol of your forever. Mervis means more diamonds, better quality, and the most value. Mervis Diamond Importers, DC's first choice for Tacori, engagement and wedding rings, and the best diamonds. MervisDiamond.com or 800-HER-LOVE.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft.
I thought it was safe.
If that happens, LifeLock gives you a U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims, your agent handles it all. In fact, we're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. Isn't it nice to have someone like that on your side? Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/Pandora. Terms apply.
On today's Smart 7 Labour leadership contest set to heat up, Trump talks up China trade deals and much more. It's Friday 14th of May, it's Bike to Work Day and happy birthday Andy Murray.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Thursday saw plenty of fresh twists and turns in this week's episode of the Labour leadership drama. Firstly, former Deputy Leader Angela Rayner popped up on ITV to announce that the stamp duty issue which had caused her resignation has been resolved, and she says she has been fully cleared by tax authorities.
I've never wanted to avoid paying my tax, and for me that was the most distressing thing, is that people felt that I was tax dodging or trying to set up trusts to avoid tax or being careless by not taking the appropriate advice, and HMRC have concluded that isn't the case.
Then Health Secretary Wes Streeting resigned his position but didn't immediately announce that he was making a leadership bid. However, his move triggered a response from Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham, who has finally convinced an MP to step down and create a by-election which could allow him return to Westminster and enter the leadership race. The MP is Josh Simons, who currently holds the seat of Makerfield, but with a majority of only 6,000, it's not guaranteed that Andy Burnham will win the seat. Regardless, Number 10 have said they will not block his attempt to become an MP this time. Pat McFadden was live on Sky News when the announcement was made.
I think there's a lot of steps to go here and a lot of assumptions. And the biggest one being that an MP can create a by-election, which isn't necessary. In the past, that has proven to be a risky thing to do. It is the voters of Makerfield who will decide who the next MP is.
Donald Trump departs from China on Friday after a 2-day visit. He was hosted at a state dinner and then had a lunch and further talks with the Chinese Premier Xi Jinping before his departure. The US president was clearly impressed by the visit and made sure to praise his host in a lavish toast at the official event.
I'd now like to raise a glass and propose a toast to the rich and enduring ties between the American and Chinese people. It's a very special relationship, and I want to thank you again. This has been an amazing period of time. Thank you, President Xi.
It's not clear how much progress has been made, although the topic of Taiwan and delaying or cancelling US arms sales was clearly on the agenda, while the Chinese leader also appeared to refer to the US as a declining power. US officials reported that trade deals had been done for agricultural products and Boeing aircraft, but there were no details. Fox News host Sean Hannity was in China with Trump, and he pressed the president on whether China would help nudge Iran towards a peace deal, but Donald seemed more interested in selling the Chinese American oil.
They get a lot of their oil, 40% of their oil from that location. They've agreed they want to buy oil from the United States. They're going to go to Texas. We're going to start sending Chinese ships to Texas and to Louisiana and to Alaska. And I think that was another thing that was agreed to. That's a big thing.
While Labour appear to be engaged in a civil war over their leadership, there's a pretty bright spotlight being shone on Reform leader Nigel Farage. Reporting from The Guardian just before the local elections revealed that the Brexiteer had received an unannounced £5 million donation from crypto billionaire Christopher Harben. Farage initially said the donation was to provide him with lifelong security and that the donation was made before he decided to run for election to Parliament. However, on Thursday, that story shifted as it became apparent the donation was used in part to buy a £1.4 million house in Clacton, which has now sparked an official parliamentary investigation. Nigel now says the money was simply a gesture of thanks.
This was given to me on an unconditional basis, but frankly, it was given as a reward for campaigning for Brexit for 27 years. I can't be bought by anybody. No, not anyone. Not even Elon Musk.
Donald Trump may have been busy talking up trade deals in China, but his inability to bring the war in Ukraine or the war in the Middle East to an end is becoming a global problem. Ukraine has been blitzed by Russia over the last 48 hours with prolonged drone and missile attacks on targets all across the country, with more than 22 killed and hundreds injured. Meanwhile, Israel continues to strike targets in Gaza and Lebanon, and there's been no progress at all with Trump's war on Iran. Once again, Pope Leo spoke out on the ongoing global crisis, warning that increasing defence spending was taking resources from those who are most in need.
Let us not brand defence a rearmament that increases tensions and insecurity, impoverishes investments in education and health, betrays trust in diplomacy, and enriches elites who care nothing for the common good.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, Chelsea gear up for the FA Cup final, and Tom Hanks fancies a bit of burglary. Right after this.
A vacation rental should come with support, not surprises. That's why Vrbo comes with a Vrbo Care Guarantee and 24/7 live support from real people. So if something goes sideways, Vrbo Care can help.
If the host cancels?
Vrbo Care.
If the listing says heated pool, but there's actually no pool to heat?
Definitely a Vrbo Care thing.
If my teenager starts calling me Leslie instead of Mom?
That's a family thing, Leslie.
That makes sense. Sorry.
Book with support, not surprises. Vrbo Care and 24/7 live support. If you know, you Vrbo. Terms apply. See vrbo.com/trust for details.
Welcome back. This Saturday sees Chelsea face off against Man City at Wembley in the FA Cup final. Both sides are keen to win. Man City have lost the last two finals in 2025 and 2024, but they did win in 2023. Chelsea haven't won it since 2018, so there's more pressure on interim head coach Callum McFarlane, who stepped in after Liam Rose Sr. exited last month. Callum says the fact that his girlfriend and her family are Chelsea fans adds a bit of domestic drama as well.
They're massive Chelsea fans. Her dad and uncles have been season ticket holders for 50 years. She's a massive Chelsea fan, so yeah, they're very proud, and it means a lot to all Chelsea fans. It's a massive game, and I hope we can put in a performance for all the fans.
We're counting down the days to the end of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, but he's decided to go out with a bang. CBS cancelled the long-running evening show last year, and the final episode is next Thursday. Colbert hasn't revealed too much about his plans for when the show ends, but he has been lined up to write a new Lord of the Rings movie. He's a lifelong fan and even appeared as an extra in The Hobbit. He's had big names pop in to say goodbye, including Tom Hanks, who had his eyes on some souvenirs.
You're moving on, and there is so much stuff to steal from the offices right now. They're never going to miss it. And one of the things I like to do, I hit that stationery closet, right?
Yes.
Stationery with the CBS logo on it. Dude!
Thank you.
That is letterhead stationery.
You can't beat a good old historical epic, and there's a new one on the way to Netflix that ticks all the boxes. It's based on the best-selling novel by John Steinbeck, East of Eden, and it follows the saga of the Trask family through multiple generations. Florence Pugh stars as Kathy Ames, alongside Martha Plimpton, Kieran Hines, and Girls star Christopher Abbott. The script has been written and produced by actress Zoe Kazan, and there are 7 episodes in total, which are due to drop on Netflix in the autumn.
When I was a little girl, I imagined I could grow smaller, so small that the bad things couldn't find me, and I could disappear. But you will not, Kathy. You will not disappear.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day.
Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Your love deserves a ring as unforgettable as the moment you propose. Select a Tacori engagement ring with signature design and unmatched beauty. At Mervis Diamond Importers, we are the premier source for Tacori and the world's finest diamonds. Let our experts guide you in finding the perfect symbol of your forever. Mervis means more diamonds, better quality, and the most value. Mervis Diamond Importers, DC's first choice for Tacori, engagement and wedding rings, and the best diamonds. MervisDiamond.com or 800-HER-LOVE.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft.
I thought it was safe.
If that happens, LifeLock gives you a U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims, your agent handles it all. In fact, we're so confident restoration is guaranteed or your money back. Isn't it nice to have someone like that on your side? Save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com/Pandora. Terms apply.